everyone, I hope you liked my previous video. So here I am today with a new video which is on topic motion of physics class 9th. These notes will be applicable to both CBSE and ICSE, so both the board patrons can follow it. In order to learn chapter motion, because it is very important topic from your paper point of view as well as conceptual point of view, we need to focus on the following topics that will help us to have a better theoretical knowledge about what motion is all about. So we'll be covering the following topics in our sessions: scalar vector quantities, distance versus displacement, rate of motion, that is speed and velocity, acceleration, uniform and non-uniform motion. Today's session we will be talking about what are scalar and vector quantities. Guys, all the quantities in physics are usually classified into scalar quantities or vector quantities. So it is very important for us to know what scalar and vector quantities are all about. So we are going to start. Scalar quantities. Scalar quantities are those quantities which can be expressed only in terms of magnitude. For example, Mr. A travels 10 kilometers from his house towards B's house. So here we are only mentioning that he travels 10 kilometers. We neither know which direction is he going or at what speed he is moving. Vector quantities. In case of vector quantities, both magnitude and direction are given. This means in this case not only numeric but direction in which the person is traveling will also be mentioned, or the amount of distance that is covered will also be mentioned. For example, Mr. A travels from house A to house B in north direction. Here we are mentioning the distance as well as the direction, that is north. When both the things are given to you, they are classified under vector quantities. When only distances or the numerical magnitude value is given to you, we say it is a scalar quantity. Now, scalar quantities can be easily added, subtracted, multiplied and divided by your simple arithmetic methods. While vector quantities cannot be simply solved, we require a different algebra to solve these quantities. For example of scalar quantity, let us take an example, that is distance and speed. An example of vector quantity is displacement and velocity. We will be studying these terms in detail in our further sessions. So guys, before getting into chapter, we must know what is rest and motion, because it can be asked in 1 or 2 marks questions. Moreover, the chapter is all about motion. So rest is said when body is said to be at rest when it does not change its position with respect to its surroundings, while motion is said to be when a body changes its position with respect to its surrounding. For example, a tree on a railway station is said to be in rest because it does not change its position with respect to its surrounding. Likewise, a moving train is said to be in motion because it keeps on changing its position from one place to another. So it is an example of body in motion. Guys, remember, rest and motion are simultaneous terms. They go hand in hand. If a body is at rest at one point of time, the other body will be in motion. So they are relative terms, we can say that. I hope you liked my video. If you liked my video, just go and press like button and mention in your comments if any of the topic or part is not clear to you. We'll take up your queries and will provide all efforts that we can do to make you understand the concept better. For next videos, do subscribe my channel and we'll be covering distance and displacement in the next session. Thank you all.